Well. It looks like I've been away from the tiny house for a couple days, guys. And we had a leak. And it looks like the leak went right across the floor. And it's made a giant mess that I need to clean up. Oh man. Oh, this radiator system is something else. Now, if YouTube was paying me properly, I could fix this with brand new equipment. But it's being YouTube is doing what it's doing. My growth is very minimal, and looks like we got the leak. It's either at this joint or this joint. I'll have to figure out which one that is. It's a minor leak, but over time it did quite a bit of drainage, and I had to take my rad system off the heat, which it does absolutely nothing for me, but that's how much liquid has drained out and is missing, which sucks. Yes, the wood pellet bag agrees, it fell over. So I got my sooty fireplace going here, and I got this sooty fireplace going here too, and I haven't looked on the roof to see if the solar is misbehaving, but doesn't look like it. 14 volts. Normally I get 22, 24. Maybe we got a partial cover up there. Hard to say. And then I do have some other stuff charging, but not really because the load side is off. So what a pain. So I'm going to clean up and get to work on fixing this damn leak for the 5th time. This didn't work, and I bought a brand new Y fitting and it seems to leak. So gear clamps are a real royal pain. I know you're not supposed to use them on the ribbed, the barb fittings. They're called barbed, I guess. But I can try a wire, my dad said, to tighten that up. But for now, I'm gonna clean up this crap mess here and go for there. So by putting water, having the leak demonstrate that, we know the tiny house is on a lean towards this side, which is good because that tells me when I do the rain catchment setup, we can obviously, all that water is going to gradually go towards the left side of the tiny house, right where I want it, into the gutters, and then fill these totes, which in turn the weight of those will have the tiny house leaning more this way yet again and get more water. So bonus. Learned a little bit of something about this leak. Anyway, I'll get back to you guys once we figure this out. My batteries are completely dead in the temperature sensors, so I got a bunch to charge, and all the ones I do have charged are the wrong size. They're AA. I am almost pretty sure that I want to buy on Wish. Wish sells a temperature sensor that you can plug into 5-volt USB. I may end up replacing this thing so I don't keep recharging frigging batteries all the time. That way I can just run it off the solar direct. But the only downer is the remote outside still needs batteries, so what are you gonna do? Alrighty guys, so ignore the noise in the background. I got a video going. So we got the leak is right here on this end. I'm going to attempt to back this gear clamp off And hopefully we figure out what the hell's going on here. Now, I don't know if I can run this thing without a clamp, because it is a barb fitting. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So it is a barb fitting. There's liquid in this thing right now. It's full. I don't see any leaking. I'm gonna grab a piece of wire similar to this stuff right here, actually. Let me just steal some of this wire. Here, hold on a second, guys, and I'll get some wire. So I'm going to just put this around this thing here, leaving the gear clamp on, of course, because if I attempt to pull that apart, I'll be flooded out. So I'm going to wrap this around a couple different ways, and hopefully when I go to tighten this beast up, that'll keep some pressure down on there. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, so as you can see right there, we have leako still. So the wire issue is not happening. I guess I gotta take the wire off then. And when I do this, I'll be able to see exactly on the plastic where it is leaking from. Maybe there's a small tear in the plastic or something. I don't entirely know, but we'll find out. I'm considering, since I don't have any glue, I'm gonna leave it like this without a wire on it. I'm considering burning a candle and down long enough where I get a bunch of wax, and then I will pour the liquid wax over this, and then it should cure fairly tough, like fairly hard. And I wonder if that will seal that. See, I'm getting moisture there somehow. It's got to be coming out the ends, because that's the way it works, right? Unless there's a tear down the center somewhere. Pretty freaking lame, guys. I don't know. Struggling with this thing. Yeah, right there. So basically on the edge of the tubing, we'll get rid of this liquid here. The edge of this tubing here, guys, is where I need to hit it. So I'm gonna attempt that with some wax, because it's a slight leak, very slow, and it has to be resolved. And now most of you are like, well, what's gonna happen when you heat the water up? Is it gonna melt the wax? Hopefully not. I don't know why the gear clamps do not work. It's pretty pathetic if you ask me, because I've always had good success with the gear clamps. But for whatever reason, this little setup is quite the nightmare. So I'm gonna light a candle and see if wax will work.
I think it looks cool as well. So we're done. We're done with the array. That's 10.8 kW. Solar 36 Trina 300s. Black on black. Triple black. It is time to get back.